Today we've got some brand new limited edition lenticular hardbox releases all the way from Australia. We're going to be having a look at the Jason and the Argonauts release and the 4-film Dracula collection. What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. Today we're taking a look at some ViaVision releases. These are my first ever releases straight from ViaVision. I've done some in-print releases before, have a few of those back in the collection, but never straight ViaVision releases. So we're going to be looking at these. These are hardbox, lenticular editions, beautiful sets. We're going to take a look at everything that's in the box, go over all the special features, look at all the goodies, and do a little comparison to some previous releases of these films, and help you make a decision whether you want to pick these up or not. Before we dive into the discs, though, let's take a look at the packaging itself. These are very comparable to the in-print lenticulars I've taken a look at in the past. We have the Neverending Story and The Adventures of Priscilla I also did a review on. These are super nice box sets. You can see the spines look different because they're from the in-print collection, but the same exact packaging, the same exact materials, just a little bit of a different design. And I actually prefer the ViaVision, like the very colorful spines. That actually works better with my color scheme back there than having the uniform black spines. So these look really nice. They still have the same lenticular cover. They're still very hard boxes, hard cases that include a jewel case inside and the art cards envelope in there, just like the imprint releases. So we're going to take a look at these. They do have the spine number at the bottom there, and then the ViaVision logo up there. But other than that, very clean, just the logo from the film, which is really nice. And then on the back, just some simple, clean artwork once you take that J-card off. I already took the J-cards off when I unboxed these, but they're right here. They let you know that it is a limited edition set and that there are art cards inside. And they also have the limited edition number here at the bottom. My Dracula set is number 1226 of 2000, and my Jason and the Argonauts is 1087 of 2000. So both of these limited to only 2,000 copies. So if these sound fun or interesting to you, maybe get them sooner rather than later. We'll start with the Jason and the Argonauts because this is one of my favorite fantasy movies. I really like this one. It's one of my favorite Harryhausen movies. I actually am a big Harryhausen fan. I have all 16 of his films back there. I have this previously in the Indicator box set right here. This is a wonderful set. I highly recommend this one too, but it's gonna cost you a bunch of money. This one's out of print. This was also limited to only 6,000, but it's been out of print for a while. I think it came back in print for a second printing and went out of print again. And I think you could even buy this film by itself separately, and that's also out of print now. I wasn't able to find it on the Indicator website. So this might be your best bet to pick this movie up if you want to get it in a nice high quality Blu-ray boutique edition from a nice boutique label like ViaVision. Plus you got this awesome hardcover, especially if you only want this film by itself and you don't want to get it inside of a box set. We'll open this up and see what's inside. Just a standard Blu-ray case on the inside. Nothing fancy. It is the Region B kind of style case with the thicker spine on there, the more square spine. And then inside, you've just got the disc with the original poster artwork on there and some artwork on the back, just a photo from the film. And I'm going to mention right off the bat, I always forget to mention this. It will say Region B on the back of this. These are listed as Region B, but I have tested it in my Region A player. I've popped it in my Sony player today, watched through the special features. It plays fine on a Region A player. So I think they are technically region free, even though it's listed as Region B on the website, so don't let that scare you away. As far as special features, this has all of the same special features as the Indicator set that was previously released. I did a comparison today. All the same features are on here except for one, which is the original skeleton fight storyboards. So there's a little sequence of the original storyboards that Harryhausen did for the famous skeleton scene. That's on here. I couldn't find that on here, but everything else is on here. You've got an audio commentary with Ray Harryhausen himself, an audio commentary with Peter Jackson, director Peter Jackson, and visual effects artist Randall William Cook. And then you've got several featurettes on here. One of them is several people in the special effects industry reminiscing and talking about how much they love Harryhausen. One of them is an interview by director John Landis, and one of them is a full 58-minute documentary narrated by Leonard Nimoy, all about the history of Harryhausen, all of his films. They go through one film at a time and just explain his entire legacy, which was fascinating. Watched that earlier today. I think I had watched it before when I picked up the Indicator release, but it was great to rewatch it because there's a lot of good stuff in there. And then there's also some trailers and some TV spots. So pretty much anything you could want for background on this film if you're a big Harryhausen fan. And then you've also got a nice little envelope here with some art cards if you're an art card fan. This is very similar to the in-print releases that I've taken a look at before. These are just photos in this set. So all photos from the film. Some beautiful shots. I love what this film looks like. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Harryhausen films. This is my favorite, like, fantasy Harryhausen film. Right up there with Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. I like that one a lot too. And of course you got Clash of the Titans. And then if you go more in the sci-fi horror genre, you've got It Came From Beneath the Sea, you've got Mysterious Island, you've got Men in the Moon. There's a bunch of great stuff. Harryhausen's done so many great films, and it looks like Viavision is continuing to move forward with this line. We've already got Seventh Voyage of Sinbad announced for next month, so that is coming soon. I'm also a big fan of lenticular hardboxes, so I love how these look. The artwork is great. You've got a nice little collage here of several famous scenes in the film with the giant metal statue, the boat scene right here. You've got the harpies, and all the way down here in the corner, you have a little glimpse of the Hydra down there. And then of course, just a straight shot of the statue on the back from that beautiful scene where he picks up the boat. Highly recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. Go ahead and watch it. But also, if you're looking for a nice boutique release of this film, you can't go wrong. These look great. Let's take a look at the Dracula set now. This is another beautiful release. There's the lenticular on that. Bela Lugosi right there in the middle. This is all four Bela Lugosi films from this era, starting with 1931, the original. It does not include the Frankenstein films where he crosses over in, but I'm assuming they're gonna do a Frankenstein box set down the line. Don't quote me on that, but it seems like they are. They've already done a Mummy set. They've already announced a Wolfman set. So they're continuing this line going. Same thing with the Harryhausen sets. They're also doing these classic monster sets. I would love to have the rest of those, like seeing all these lined up on the shelf together would look awesome. But let's go ahead and look at this one first. Spine, again, very simple. Dracula collection on the side. Nice blue color right there. Bela Lugosi artwork on the back. And then we've got the case inside. Now, I'm working on this set. This is the set I have. This is the way I have the original Dracula film, but this only has the original. This doesn't have these other three films. These are much... The original Dracula 31 you can get in a million different sets. These ones are much more rare. I know there is a US set that came out that has like 7 films on it. It does include those Frankenstein films, but if you want to get just the Dracula films in one boutique looking set, this is a lot nicer than that set. I highly recommend this. It also has all the special features, the same special features in this set, no new special features, but it is a nice little handy way to have all the special features from the original Dracula and then an audio commentary on all 3 of the other films. So we'll dive into that a little bit deeper. I watched through some of those this morning as I was getting ready for this. Here's the first disc, Dracula 1931. It does include both versions, the American version and the Spanish version that was shot simultaneously. Then we've got Dracula's Daughter. Love the green artwork on that one. And then Son of Dracula, and then House of Dracula. So all 4 films there. Like I said, the 3 later films from 36, 43, and 45 all come with an audio commentary by different film historians and an image gallery. Then the original film has all those original bonus features. So you got 2 audio commentaries, a different soundtrack for the film, a subtitle fact track that plays while you watch the film, several featurettes, and a full documentary on here as well, and image galleries and trailers and all that stuff. So it's packed full of bonus features for that first film, and then you've got those audio tracks for the other 3 films. Really nice to have all of these in one place in a nice, like I said, boutique release. Here's the envelope for the art cards. I actually prefer these art cards to the other ones because these are original posters, and these are nice high quality printed cards. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, these are high gloss. They look really nice. There's the original poster for the first film. There's another alternate poster for the first film. Then we've got the other 3 films as well, Dracula's Daughter, Son of Dracula, and House of Dracula. So I've never seen the other 3 films. I've seen, of course, the original, but I'm excited to dive into these other ones. I'll probably save that for towards the end of the year. October, spooky season, I'll pop these in, and looking forward to watching those. I'm even thinking of showing the kids the original Dracula this season. I think they're ready for that. So looking forward to enjoying that with the family this year. They also have, Viavision also put out a collection of all of the Abbott and Costello monster films. So there's a 5-disc set, looks just like this, has a lenticular box, and includes all of those. So I'm really looking to pick that one up as well. Maybe the Mummy collection, maybe the Wolfman collection when that one comes out. Lots of good stuff coming out of Viavision, not just imprint. I've been paying attention to imprint for a while. I never looked at Viavision's site, and they have a lot of cool stuff too, and they're the exact same materials, same looking cases. And like I said, I did test this disc earlier as well. It played fine in my Region A player, so I'm assuming it's region free, or at least Region A and Region B. That is what I can confirm for you. A really nice set. I love these individual box sets. I actually really like the multiple film collections. I love that they're doing that with the monster films, and I hope they keep that up, and I hope they continue to do Harryhausen, because he's got a lot of great stuff out there. Let me know if you've picked up any of the other sets in this line. Let me know your experience with ViaVision. I'm still very new. I don't exactly know the threshold for free shipping. I need to look into that because I want to pick up some of these, but the shipping is the biggest factor because they're coming all the way from Australia. So if you are going to pick something up, I do recommend stacking several releases because then you can get that free shipping, because shipping is, pretty pricey from all the way over in Australia. But I'm very, very thankful to receive these in my collection, and I can't wait to add more of their releases in the collection. They've also got great stuff coming out from Imprint as well, as I just showed off. Looking forward to keeping up with these. So if you're a big film history nerd like me, especially genre stuff, there's a lot of bonus features to dig into on these sets. I like that they're putting out things that have this legacy, like Harryhausen and Dracula, these things that have permeated throughout culture and throughout, the history of film. So you can dig in. You can learn everything you want to know about Harryhausen, and you can learn everything you want to know about that original Dracula film and the Spanish film that they shot simultaneously. All that stuff is very interesting to me. And both of these are actually great films to show your kids, which is another big bonus for me. I have 2 small kids that I want to grow up with an appreciation for cinema, and I can't wait to show these to them. So there's a look at the 2 newest releases from ViaVision. Hopefully that helped you on whether or not you wanted to pick these editions up. I didn't talk too much about the films themselves because these are pretty high-profile films that most people are familiar with. I did want to highlight the special features and the hard box and the art cards and all the goodies that come with these editions specifically, so you can make an informed decision. They are Blu-ray editions, I believe based on an existing transfer that's already out there. They are listed as Region B, but they do play on Region A. That's everything I know about these releases. Hopefully that answered all your questions, but if you do have any other questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to answer those for you down there. Thank you so much for watching, liking the video, and leaving a comment down below. Really helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. And until next time, keep collecting.